a lot of times defines herself by her ability to have children. I just can't imagine being without kids. I've wanted to be a mother since I was about 25 years old. And here I am turning 40. I've been trying for 7 years to get pregnant, and it hasn't been an easy task by anybody's stretch of the imagination. We don't really have the luxury of waiting or the luxury of seeing if there's other alternatives. This is something this is our one and final shot.
Okay, Lisa, turn the light off. This whole thing right here, this is her uterus, which is in most people would be where you carry your baby.
You see any eggs?
Your body goes through a cycle in order to develop the follicles, and that's how you know when you have the proper time to harvest an egg.
I actually have polycystic ovarian syndrome, and on top of that, I have complex hyperplasia with fibrosis. So unfortunately, my uterus is just not a candidate to carry a baby. Well, I have lots of eggs, and more eggs than most normal women, especially women of my age. I don't have the ability for those eggs to attach to my uterine wall. Unfortunately, it means I'm going to have somebody else carry a baby for me.
She said, don't get into this if you don't want kids. You know, maybe not in so many words, but I knew coming in she wanted children.
Yeah, I think I actually used those exact words.
That may have been it. She told me when we got together and we were talking about having to have the family that we were going to have fertility. We were going to have help. And that was fine. I didn't realize it was going to be this much help. Well, the first thing we tried was just your basic fertility drugs. Just see if we can get one to take. And when that failed, we did the IUIs. I was like, yeah, how could this not work? You know, bam, there it is. How could it not work?
You know, this was the best and brightest shot we had, and it failed. When I went to the gynecological oncologist, he did a biopsy on my uterus. I was really shocked. They were just like, we want to do a hysterectomy. You know, right now you're precancerous. My doctor was like, I know you want this, and I'll leave your ovaries there, but your uterus has got to come out. That was
a hard day that day. When I told her they wanted to take the uterus out, because that was him saying, you will never carry a child. And no one's ever told Lisa, and Lisa's never listened to someone that could tell her she could not do something.
Here you can see, this is in my grandmother's backyard when I was a little girl. You can barely see this one. We bantered back and forth with adoption.
My brother's adopted, you know, it works. It provides a good home for a child that needs one, and we have no problem doing that if all else fails.
That's about it for those. There's a number of hurdles for adoption, and just for us, and really it's me, and I might be selfish. I don't know. A lot of it has to do with my dad. I was a total daddy's girl. My dad died a slow death with lymphoma, and it wasn't pretty. He was smart, and he was witty, and I hope my kids had the chance to be witty and smart and silly like him.
All I can say is, you know, any child we have together is going to be a beautiful child. It really is. And I want to meet that child, you know? That's a child I want to meet. So that's when we started looking at surrogacies. We had priced out doing it, you know, out of pocket, and it was just way, way beyond reach. So that pretty much left us stalemated for a little while there.
I don't have a surrogate. I can't afford a surrogate. They want $25,000 to $35,000 just for the mother. My best friend Jennifer sent me an article about couples going to India to do IVF and surrogacy. I found Planet Hospital.
More Americans are going the extra mile for affordable health care.
With some insurance companies promoting treatment in foreign lands.
The Los Angeles-based Planet Hospital connects patients with 38 hospitals in 13 different countries. Places like Mexico, Thailand or even India. Technology in hospitals are even better than here in the United States.
Hello, this is Rudy Rupak from Planet Hospital. I appreciate the time you took to give me a call. Please let me return the favor by leaving me a name and a telephone number. Thank you.
I'm the co-founder of Planet Hospital, and what we do is we help people get affordable health care from around the world, including surrogacies. Yeah, sure. Okay, bye. Bye. It was going to happen anyways, with or without us. I just want to put the same quality of protection and comfort and safety in surrogacy as I've been doing on everything else that we do medically. Yes. Hi, it's Rudy. Hello, it's Rudy. We have all the answers from the whole process, from which surrogate clinic should I go to, all the way to what's the legal problems and how do I bring my babies back. If the surrogate changes their mind, wants to keep the baby, what's the legal recourse? Is this considered baby buying, or is it legitimately surrogacy?
Hello, this is Rudy.
Hi, Rudy. It's Lisa.
Hey, Lisa, I was just reading your email.
Oh, good. Do you know if they found a surrogate yet? Hello?
Have they found the surrogate? Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah.
They have not. Found the surrogate. They won't find the surrogate until they know when your stimulation starts, so that they can coordinate hers at the same time with yours.
Okay.
So no, the answer is no. But the surrogates are plentiful.
Are they?
Yes.
I didn't know that. Okay, well, that's good to know. So they're just going to wait till I hit my cycle, and then they're going to go, okay, who's got a cycle at the same time?
Or they're going to find somebody who can be ready at that same time, and coordinate accordingly.
I get you. Okay.
Okay? No, I mean, it's a country of 1 billion people.
Well, yeah. That's true, it is, but not 1 billion are going to carry a baby for me. You know?
No, but the odds are better, no?
Yeah, the odds are much better there. You're right.
The odds would be four times better than the U.S., given, U.S. population is 250.
Well, you got a point. You got a point. But that's good. Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I'd hate to think, here we are waiting on the cycle thinking we're going to go now and we have to wait another 30 days or we have to find a surrogate or anything like that, so.
I hear you. We'll get this going this coming week.
Sounds great.
We take away the guesswork. By having a third-party facilitator take care of everything, when it doesn't cost anything extra, I mean, why not have the extra pair of brains and know-how to ease you along this? Because it's a stressful situation as it is. Do you want to add the additional stress of everything that can go wrong in a foreign country?
$500 advertising for the surrogate. The preparation of the surrogate and embryo transfer stage is $2,500 because they have to do all her drugs to get her caught up with me and ready to receive a baby. And then the IVF is $500. The surrogate actually gets $7,000 for her carrying our baby.
We want to make sure that, not that we don't trust her, we don't know her, but that she's monitored, that she's
Health-wise,
that she's healthy.
this woman is carrying a life that I can't carry. She's giving me the family I can't create. I'll never be able to thank her enough.
अपने बारे में क्या बताऊं? मैं पहले ना घर काम करती थी। पढ़ी लिखी नहीं हूँ मैं, पढ़ना लिखना नहीं आता मुझे। तो जैसी जिंदगी है, अभी 3 बच्चे हो गए। मतलब 5 ही फैमिली है। जो भी मैं कर रही तो अपने मतलब बच्चे लोग के लिए कर रही हूँ, उनकी खुशी के लिए भी। घर में खाना पकाना, कपड़े धोना, ये सब चलते रहता है। ये छोटा बेटा है, ये बड़ा है और ये बीच वाली है। नाम बताओ। सिद्धू, सिरीन और सलमान। घर की ऐसी हालत है हम लोग को। आदमी 4-4 साल से बैठे घर में। हाँ, काम अभी सब नई गाड़ी निकल रही ना बन के वहाँ से, इसके वजह से थोड़ा काम ठंडा चल रहा है। मतलब जैसे पहले जूनी गाड़ी जैसे टूट जाती है, एक्सीडेंट होता तो बना लेते, तो अब क्या है, टूटी हुई गाड़ी ना कंपनी चली जाती है, तो वो क्या है बेकार हो जाती है और नई गाड़ी निकालते, तो काम ही नहीं रहता फिर, तो बनाएंगे क्या। इसके लिए हम ये सोचे कि चलो वही पैसा उठा के उन्हीं लोग के नाम से अपना बच्चे लोग के नाम पे अपन डाल देंगे। ये हम लोग सोच के कदम उठाए। हमारे जो भी बच्चे हैं सब नॉर्मल है, कभी ऐसा करे भी नहीं है। मेरी वही सन्नो मेरे को बताई थी, तो मैं यकीन नहीं करी थी कि कोई ऐसा होता है, मतलब दवे विवे से। अभी मैं कैसे बताऊं, बिगर आदमी से कोई बच्चा हाँ यही बात है, बिगर आदमी से बच्चा कैसे रुकता होएगा। संबंध होता है तभी तो
यही अजीब लगता है ना।
वही अजीब, बोलने भी शर्म आती है, और अभी क्या बोलूं। जाओ खेलो। तो मैं यकीन नहीं करी थी कि दवे से ऐसा मतलब रुकता है, मालूम नहीं था, तो मैं ऐसे ही आजमाने के लिए मैंने चलो।
Here at Rotunda Center for Human Reproduction. I have been associated with this center since the past 6 years. The past 2 years, we have seen a rise in patients coming from abroad.
Thank you. Hi.
Initially, it used to be just around 5 to 10%. We used to be foreigners coming into India for treatment. Now it's risen to around 15 to 20%.
Well, this is from the clinic in the United States.
I believe it's because of the medical tourism and their publicity, and they don't have long waiting over here. We immediately plan their cycles.
Rotunda offers everything in assisted reproduction, and we have carved a niche for ourselves in third-party reproduction with pregnancy rates which match the best in the world. The price differential is too much. Between 50,000 to 100,000 US dollars is what a North American couple pays for a cycle of surrogacy, including lawyer fees, which is they could do 8 or 9 attempts at getting pregnant if they come down to India as compared to 1 attempt that they would do there. India is in this phase where everything is happening very fast. Somebody has to go on the path that has not been gone on before. So I feel that, let's see, it's a brave new world. Let's see what happens.
I gotta go before I get late to work. I'll work 2 jobs, 3 jobs, I don't care. I get tired, but I'm not scared of a lot of work. because I know what the reward is. We've put up our house. We sold it, we took the equity out, and we're gonna gamble it on a baby. And we may end up with nothing to show for it. Even though you don't see me as heartfelt, I'm determined. I won't give this up. I can't give this up. It is my dream. This is what I need to be whole.
Well, I mean, we're looking forward to the trip. The excitement of going far outweighs any fears we have.
Bye.
There we go.
I was at the bookstore today and it says teach yourself Hindi, and I thought, that's a train wreck waiting to happen.
I have a tough enough time with English. I'm also expecting at least once for the people in the street to break out into a choreographed song and dance scene.
Yes, Mr. Bollywood, that you...
Gotta happen, man. It's gotta happen. Yes, that is us. This guy is getting us there.
Oh, God.
They're honking us to get out of the way.
This is not even funny.
Don't worry.
Maybe I need you to put this in the fridge. This is, actually my fertile time to get an egg, so I have to time it so that I keep taking the medicine, because if I stop taking the medicine, I could, totally throw off my cycle.
Where do you want to take your shots today?
Left arm.
Left arm day today. Lisa hates needles, and she has to get 3 shots a day.
Okay.
I've seen her face fall more than once, and at one point I was almost ready to say, you know what, enough. It's just not going to happen, and I can't watch you go through this again.
Almost.
So, if these don't take, I don't know what I can say to her. I think she's going to be unconsolable. I really do. Done.
Big baby.
This is it. Yeah, just go right over there. We're excited. Hello.
Lisa?
Yes, sir?
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Brian.
Hi.
It's nice to meet you, sir.
First, what we're going to do is that this is a treatment chart. We'll ask you the dates and what doses the injections were given. I'll do a scan, tell you currently where you are.
Okay.
You have 8 eggs on the right, and now on the left you have 1, 2, 3, 4 mature eggs on the left.
Do we get to meet the surrogate?
You don't get to meet the surrogate. Your egg pickup is gonna be on the 9th. embryo transfer into the surrogate is going to be on the 11th. Yes.
Since I can't meet her, can I bring her a present on the 9th?
Yeah, sure.
Not every day you get somebody to carry a baby for you.
Yeah. So everything else seems right.
Thank
Okay,
you so
Lisa.
much for
Thank you very
everything.
much. I hope this works out.
Thank you. Me too. Yeah.
Bye.
हाथ कंट्रोल में रखिए मैडम।
और ऐसे इशारेबाजी होती रहती थी। जहाँ जहाँ जाती हूँ वहाँ पे पीछे ऐसी जान पहचान हो गई तो थोड़ा धीरे धीरे घूमना फिरना, डायमंड गार्डन जाना और क्या बोलते हैं ओ पिक्चर मूवी ऐसे ही मतलब बातचीत होते होते हो गया तो थोड़ा लड़ाई झगड़ा घर में भी होते रहता था। कॉमेडी मतलब जैसे एक पिक्चर में नहीं दिखाते ये घर में बहू नहीं आएगी। फिर इस्लाम में आ गई मैं, हिंदू से मुसलमान बनी, नमाज पढ़ना कलमा पढ़ना ये सब सीखी।
A number of times when the surrogate and her husband comes and approaches me, the first question the husband has to ask is, are you just going to push in sperms into my wife? You know, is it going to be somebody else's baby, somebody else's sperms? I don't want that. But it's when I educate them and inform them that, look, even the eggs are not hers. The baby is not hers. I'm just going to prepare a baby outside and just put it into her uterus. I only need her uterus. That's when they're able to understand.
And how much do the surrogates?
Sorry, that's administrator.
Those are cute. You have my size?
Yeah.
Do I need to take off my shoes?
No need.
My shoes? Okay. I'll take off my
You're
shoes.
my guest, like, don't worry.
That's a good looking shirt.
That's cool.
Yeah. Try
See?
that one.
That's a double XL. You got a better shot with the nugget.
Try that one.
Yeah. See, that fits. I'm 2XL.
Okay.
I'm from Texas. We're
पता नहीं
bigger
क्या
in
खाते हो,
Texas.
कुछ समझ में नहीं आता। जहाज में तुम लोगों को क्या खिलाते हैं? What's your name, sir?
Brian.
Brian.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
You too, sir.
I want to explain you. Here is bargain system. There is no fixed prices.
Okay.
If you go to the biggest store, you will get fixed price over there.
Right.
But you must bargain over here. I'll
I'm a
tell you
good
my
bargainer.
price. You have to tell me your price like this.
Okay.
What's your name, sister?
Lisa,
My name is Khan.
nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Khan.
That would be 54.
That still seems high.
Yes. Yes. First time.
How do you like it?
It's not bad.
Okay.
It's not. I've gotten used to it because India is a lot busier than where we're from.
Yes.
So it took a little while to get used to.
Yeah.
But it's not bad. I like it.
Okay.
A little warm.
So you saw the Taj Mahal and everything?
We haven't been there yet. Just Mumbai.
Just now.
Uh-huh.
So are you plan to go there?
Not this trip. We're gonna go next summer.
Okay.
We're gonna come back to India.
Let's start the bargain with you. Come on. Give me a good price. Please.
So 1,100. 1,100 rupees.
No, man.
Not try.
See, you're cutting my neck.
Yeah, but you're cutting $85.
Anyway, I'm not going to waste your time. Right? Have a look, you also look. I offer you this much, right? You don't give them. Believe me, you're getting such a nice piece, and your size is the main important.
Yeah.
In my market, you won't get anywhere in your size. It's my challenge. If you get it now, I'll give free. As a friend, I'm giving you.
And you're a good
But
friend.
you know, I'm losing my profit, but I'm getting a nice customer
That's right.
in future, and I'll give you my card and everything.
Because you're never coming back, right?
100%. When you will come, you can get in your size here.
Okay.
The question is, do I have 2,200 rupees or do I have it married?
there's somebody else that I don't see and I don't know and I have no contact with that's carrying a child for me. I worry about her because I look at what the standard of living is around here, and it's, you know, I know that these women who are doing the surrogacy, you know, they're getting paid quite a bit of money by their standards. The living conditions here, I mean, it sounds elitist. I guess it's not Western living conditions. These are very, very poor conditions. And, you know, my heart goes out to the people who live this way, but they haven't known any other life, I don't think. So it's kind of hard to, they've adapted it, it's just not us that have adapted, but you still want people to live a better life if they can.
It makes me feel better to know that after it's over, she's moving on upward and better to a better life.
मेरी वही सन्नो पहले तो रेखा पिंपले से मिलाई, वही एजेंट है, एक ही बार मिली थी कि इतना पेमेंट मिलेगा, इसके बाद कुछ नहीं। उसी का एक ही जवाब देती थी, तुझे कुछ प्रॉब्लम है तो तू सन्नो को बोलना, और सन्नो को कुछ प्रॉब्लम है वो मुझे बोलेगी। वो मिलाने के बाद वो आई नहीं थी, वो उल्टा मेरे नाम से 5,000 भी ले ली। मैंने कॉन्ट्रैक्ट साइन करी, मैंने मुझे मंजूर है, मैंने मंजूर कर दी। फिर आदमी का हस्बैंड का मतलब साइन चाहिए था, तो मैं वाली कुछ नहीं, खाली जरा सा एक साइन करना है और कुछ होगा नहीं, खाली साइन तो करना, मतलब वो इसलिए कि नहीं रुका तो भी चलेगा, रुका तो भी चलेगा, ऐसा। तो उनको मैं बताई नहीं, बोले रुकना नहीं चाहिए, तो मैं बोली हाँ नहीं रुकेगा, बस खाली साइन कर दो, बस झूठ मूठ की कहानी थोड़ा बना के साइन करवा दी।
First of all, I think it's a tremendous, tremendous gift and favor that this third person is doing for these American couples. We've got people who, a third party is willing to donate their kidney for cash, or a node of their liver for cash. So there is that aspect. But surrogacy is a little benign in that the woman is not donating an organ per se, but she's donating, you know, a life cycle. If we're giving the surrogate $500, $1,000, you know, that makes a difference in their lives too, because they've never seen that kind of money before. But no, we're giving them a very good amount. Could we give them even more than that? Could we give them $10,000 or $12,000 as opposed to $7,000? I suppose so, but then that makes it less affordable for the Americans here. And what's the point of that?
नहीं, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट पे तो वही सब पेमेंट का और ये बच्चा उनको जाएगा, उसमें तुम्हारा कुछ हक नहीं होगा, और बाद में पलटना नहीं कि नो, जैसे कोई औरतें लोग रखती हैं तो उनका दिल पिघल जाता है कि नहीं ये बच्चा हम नहीं देंगे, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए। तो वैसा मैं बोली हाँ नहीं ऐसा नहीं होगा। उसने यही बोली कि इतना इतना मतलब पेमेंट है, जब भी तो खाली 1 लाख बोले थे वो लोग ने, और 1 लाख ही दिए, क्योंकि अपने बच्चे लोग के लिए, कि नहीं भी तो बेटे क्या है, कहीं भी कमा सकते हैं, बेटी के नाम पे तो डालना है।
So, what did Dr. Alabadi say?
Nothing. Give me a piece of candy for Diwali and...
Oh, you get candy for Diwali. I don't get anything but an IV.
Can you tell I'm anxious?
Yes. It's a little scary. I've done everything I can do. I've fought every battle I can fight and tried to plan for everything, and I just hope this works.
that we'll tell you. We have not counted still. Okay?
Is you okay?
So we got 15 eggs?
Yes. Whatever eggs you get, a rough rule of the thumb is you get half the number of embryos finally for transfer. So I'm assuming if we get 7-8 embryos, we have to see what is the grade of embryos and transfer the best in. So it will be definitely 4 or more.
Okay. So, but I can't thank you enough for everything.
Pleasure, Lee. I just hope it all works out. Take care. Rest today.
Thank you,
Ryan.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Today is a very auspicious day in the Hindu calendar.
Well, it's supposed to be a lucky
It
day.
was just a coincidence that it's today.
Yeah.
You know, Diwali's a good day, so we got eggs today, so yeah.
We're good.
कब आएंगे मैडम? चेहरा नहीं दिखाना चाहती, किसी को बताई नहीं हूँ मैंने कि ये काम ऐसा कर रही हूँ मैं।
जी मैं जॉब करती थी इस हॉस्पिटल में, जसलोक हॉस्पिटल है। नाम ऐसे कहते हैं 4 सहेली 4 दोस्त मिले तो बहुत सारी बातें नॉलेज होता है, कौन कहाँ जाता है कौन कहाँ आता है। मेरे को भी ये नॉलेज मिला तो मैं तो ऐसा कर नहीं सकती थी। एक बात है, ऐसा करने पे मैरिड होना चाहिए। अभी हम रहेंगे कैसा कर सकते हैं, और ये थे मैरिड तो मैं इनको ला सकी थी, कर दी।
तो मैं थोड़ा डरी, मिल जा ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है, डॉक्टर लोग मतलब चुतिया बनाते होंगे। इतना मालूमात नहीं था ना मुझे। हेलो मैडम।
हेलो आसिया, आओ।
हेलो मैम।
हेलो, हाय, बैठे।
वो दिन थोड़ा अच्छा था। अचानक में रुक गया, खुशी हुई थोड़ी।
No freaking way.
What?
Congratulations. We got a baby. We got a baby.
I told you. Hey, this is a happy thing. Hey, look at me. Look at me. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, breathe. Breathe. Look at me. Breathe. Well, we got a baby. We got it.
ये एक बच्चा है आसिया। ठीक है, भी सही है। इस तरफ धड़कन भी बराबर है, पानी भी बराबर है। ये दूसरा बच्चा है। ये देख रही हो बीच में?
हाँ।
ये जो लाइन है, यानी 2 बच्चे अलग है।
अलग है, हाँ।
बाकी दोनों बच्चे सही है।
आज जब मुझे मालूम पड़ा कि मतलब 2-2 है, तो थोड़ा डर लगा मुझे। मैडम बोले कि कुछ बात नहीं है, ऐसा टेंशन सब सही है, नॉर्मल हो जाएगा।
पैर में सूजन वगैरह?
नहीं, सूजन वूजन नहीं है अभी।
नहीं है ना
नहीं,
दोनों पैरों
नहीं।
में? अच्छा ठीक है, जरा जीभ दिखाना। ठीक है, ओके ठीक है, चलो।
With low costs and high quality, medical tourism is a trend that's likely to grow.
How far would you go to have a baby of your own? Lisa Ling followed Jennifer to a remote town in India to witness her desperate pursuit of motherhood.
The lay press has been interviewing couples who've got babies from here and putting out photographs of these couples with babies in American newspapers and magazines. So this has sort of really given the whole thing a big boost. We have new companies, like, every month we have a new inquiry, a new medical tourism company. Suddenly we are seeing a whole lot of patient referrals from North America coming down to India.
We get about 20, 30 inquiries a day. Since we've been talking, I've had 4 surrogacy in the last 2 hours that we were just talking. And let's see how many IVFs. There was 5 IVF inquiries that came in as well.
I went to work for Planet Hospital to be a case manager. I do it part-time along with my other job that I have. But I did it really seriously to help other intended parents make this journey and try and smooth out the waters and let them know what the ups and downs are that you're going to face every time you try this. Carrie! Hey there! Hey you, what are you doing? I have to let other couples know that this is so viable and it's so real, and it's not about promoting myself or promoting Planet Hospital or any of that stuff. And it's, I told Rudy, I was like, you're going to hire me. I'm going to do this, and because, I just believe in this. And I'd love for every person that I ever talk to have this positive experience.
Hello, it's Rudy. Hi, how are you? I'm well, thank you. I can tell you that the average surrogate is earning between $4,000 to $7,000. Next Wednesday, there's going to be a meeting at the General Assembly in India to discuss the regulations for the surrogate industry. Well, they're going to meet next Wednesday. How fast are they going to act? Well, it's government for you, and it's an Indian government at that. So things pass kind of slowly in the States. Imagine how much more glacial they would be in India. But I think they're moving into it now because there's been more and more, should I say, spotlight on it.
Dr. Alabadia sent me a request from NBC asking to speak to, couples that had gone over and were expecting a baby. And Dr. Alabadia sent something to Rudy and I. And Rudy asked me to do it, so I said, sure.
My dad was a little worried about coming on NBC and not knowing, is it going to be just an interview, tell your story, how interesting, answer some questions, or is it going to be a point-counterpoint type thing? Is there going to be the pros and cons? Where are the pros of it? Is there going to be someone there debating the cons of it with us? And I hope not, because that's what we are not the spokespeople for the pros of this. We're telling our story and telling other people out there that this can be done. It can be done affordably.
Hey, look.
This morning we'll look at the trend and talk to an American couple that's actually in the process right now.
Not a morning person.
Oh, it's a great picture.
All right, we're ready.
With the help of an Indian surrogate, Brian and Lisa Switzer are now expecting twins. Women in India at childbirth are 69 times more likely to die during childbirth. There's a lot of concern and criticism that this whole industry is unregulated, that there's strictly voluntary adherence to certain guidelines.
seriously, this is an important point for me because that statistic is based on the entire nation. And many women in India do not have any health care whatsoever. It's a rural area most of the time. So you are going to have a higher death frequency there. But these surrogates, they have nutritionalists, they have nurses that they see at least every 2 weeks. I get ultrasounds all the time. So the fear factor really went down when you see how much is put into their health.
And this idea of it being half a world away, you can't drop by in the afternoon to see the surrogate mom. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a bad thing because we are a bit disconnected. You know, we can get emails and they'll tell us that she's doing fine. Here's the ultrasounds. Here's her reports. You know, of whatever levels they take. You know, so we know she's doing fine. But it would be nice to watch the baby grow. You know, and to feel it kick.
उनको 3 महीने बाद मत पता चला तो ये बोले अच्छी बात नहीं है ऐसा वैसा तो मैंने अब रुक गया अब क्या करेंगे अब सफाई भी नहीं कर सकते ना गुनाह पड़ता है बोले हाँ ये बात सही है तो बोले ठीक है अब एक बार कर लो फिर उसके बाद कभी बोलना नहीं यहाँ मैं बताई अपनी बहन के घर पे जा रही हूँ और इतना बता के यहाँ से गई हूँ 15 दिन हो गया मुझे यहाँ आके शिफ्ट होके हमारे वही कौशल मैडम है वही बोले थे कि वहाँ तुम आराम से रह सकते हो थोड़ी तकलीफ भी थी पैर में सूजन बीजन तो मैं चलो जाके रह जाऊंगी यहाँ आके थोड़ा सूजन भी उतर रहा है थोड़ा तकलीफ तो हुई थी कैसे मैं वहाँ बच्चे लोग को छोड़ के यहाँ रहना इतना दिन और थोड़ा रोना भी आता था मगर मैं बर्दाश्त करती रह गई पहले तो मैं सोची यहाँ रह नहीं पाऊंगी मगर नहीं यहाँ पे थोड़ा अच्छा है शांति भी है और आराम से लेट उठ के बैठ के अपना टाइम पास भी निकल जाता है यहाँ का माहौल मतलब सब ऐसे हालत में सब औरतें लोग हैं फिर यहाँ वहाँ की बातें लेडीज में होती रहती है और ये यही पूछते रहते तुमको कौन लाया कैसे आए तुम किधर की हो ये सब पूछताछ होती रहती है कोई अपनी घर का बताता है तो उसी में टाइम पास निकल जाता फिर चारों मिलके पकाते खाते मैं थोड़ा घूमने विमने यहाँ निकल जाते हैं थोड़ा सा जाते हो ना थोड़ा बहुत यहीं से टहल के आगे नहीं बढ़ पाती मैं गर्मी भी है और चल नहीं पाती बराबर चप्पल पैर में नहीं आते
There are many surrogate women. We don't know what is happening to them and that particular diet and the particular regime, when to go, what to do, you know. Suppose if she has a miscarriage, what will happen? We have a lot of questions.
Women's bodies have always been a kind of a battleground or used by the state to impose certain regimens, certain regulation to control women's bodies. When we were working on issues of coercive population policies, we also came across assisted reproductive technologies. So the trajectory was from controlling women's bodies to control her fertility to ensure that she does not conceive to technologies that were being used to promote or to ensure that she conceives.
The focus for Sama is the larger framework. You know, what is the role by the commissioning parents or the intended couple, whatever we call them? What is the role of the state? Our demand was they should understand the fact that a surrogate mother has a bodily integrity and an autonomy.
I started showing my coworkers the Today Show website. They got this section here called Discuss. What do you think? And I thought, oh, well, let's see what everybody else thinks. And the first two started out very nice. You know, what's the legal status? You know, is there any immigration issues? Things of that nature. And then it got ugly. People started saying things like the use of surrogates is disgusting and immoral practice to begin with, but then to farm it out like cheap labor to women in India, we should be disgusted and ashamed. And then you get the whole, oh, hey, it's all about saving money, you know. What about adopting? There were more people telling us, you should have adopted, you should have adopted. Well, that's placing the entire orphan issue on the shoulders of infertile couples. By their argument, anybody who has ever proactively tried to get pregnant together and succeeded and had their own children has robbed an orphan of a loving home. Plain and simple. So don't place that burden on the infertile couples out there. And what kills me is everybody's screaming about the surrogacy issue. Oh, it's a baby mill. You know, it's a puppy farm. And it's not. I believe we were heading into murky moral waters here. It is not that I am against surrogacy, but rather greatly concerned that babies and wombs are for sale, and the fact that a business has once again been set up in a country that has more people in need of money and will work or become a surrogate for far less than would be legal in this country. This is a major ethical dilemma that needs to be addressed carefully. Well, that was actually an intelligent post. Someone who's looking at the bigger picture, you know, and is concerned about the protection of the Indian people. And I get that. I felt I had to defend Lisa and I, as well as every other non-Indian that's going to India to have this done. So here's what I wrote to all these people that were just spewing this hateful talk. The surrogates are well compensated in line with their local economy. I have seen poverty unlike anything I could have imagined, and knowing what this process is going to do for the surrogate and her family in the long run makes me realize that this is a very good thing for all parties involved.
The fact is that the surrogate actually gets $7,000 for carrying our baby. She's doing me the biggest service any one human can do for another. She's donating part of her body. She's growing my children. She's nurturing my children for 9 months. And I am forever, ever grateful to her.
हाँ रहती है ना खड़े बच्चे लोग खेलते रहते तो याद आती है ना यार फोन भी करते कि कब आएगी अगर मिलने का दिल करा तो जाके एक दिन मिल के अपना घर पे रिटर्न 2 जुलाई का बताएं मैडम वहाँ पे हीरानंदिनी में थोड़ा थोड़ा तो डर भी जैसे महसूस होता है मगर है ऊपर वाला जो मदद कर देता है शाम के टाइम अच्छी हवा आती है इधर
I like the next song better.
I've been waiting for this my whole life, and I just haven't been able to feel like a mom. I wanted to have this baby shower. I wanted to do this baby shower, and I wanted to do it pretty, and I wanted to do it nice. This is my chance to be a mom, feel like a mom. You know, I look at what it took to create these children and where everybody came from. The fact that even science was mixed into this, and you have a Baptist, a Catholic, a Muslim surrogate, a Hindi doctor, and a lot of really good science to create these twins. And my kids will know exactly how special they are. They are unique. They are special. They are against all the odds.
जब इसे दर्द चालू हुआ तो मैं अली शायद ऐसे ही हो रहा होगा, इसलिए मैं बर्दाश्त करती गई, थोड़ा मैं चलती गई। अचानक गिल्ला गिल्ला लगना। बाथरूम में जाने के बाद में देखी तो पेटीकोट पूरा भरा हुआ था। तब मैं लोग को मतलब जो थे पेशेंट लोग और तो उन लोग को उठाई। मेरे लिए ऐसी बात है, तो फिर कौशल मैडम का नंबर दिए मुझे।
I got a call early in the morning at 8 o'clock from Asia, from the surrogacy home. That's when we acted very promptly, arranged for a vehicle to be sent to the surrogacy home to immediately take her to the hospital. On examination, she had a little bit of antepartum hemorrhage, and the decision was taken to take her up for a cesarean section immediately without wasting any time. She delivered 2 baby girls, each weighing 1.5 kgs.
Okay, let me ask you this. Can I see my children tonight? Okay, because I mean, I'm kind of freaking out. I am in India by myself without my husband. He had to stay for work. Are you there? Did I lose you? I lost you. Dang it. That's gonna be an expensive call. No, I haven't slept in 36 hours. No, I just want to go see my children. This is Kelsey. She's a little fighter. She's feisty.
I didn't sleep well last night through worry of you going to India, worried about the girls, if they were going to be okay.
They look great, you know. They got me inside. I got all washed up, put on the scrub top, the whole works, and I got to hold Kelsey. Because Riley's still on the oxygen tent tonight, they won't let me hold her, but probably tomorrow I'll get to hold her.
You didn't meet our surrogate yet?
No, I mean, it was after midnight, and I didn't know what the protocol was, and I didn't want to step on anybody's toes.
Understandable. You get some sleep.
Yeah.
I love you.
You too, baby. Bye. sense that we're having trouble with the administrators of the hospital where my surrogate had her baby. The doctors at the hospital have been excellent. My babies have gotten excellent care, but the administrators are giving us trouble with the birth certificate.
Okay, thank you. We couldn't help it. This hospital was the closest hospital. And I had talked to the doctor who was going to be delivering I told them this is a surrogate mother and we have all the paperwork in order. Somebody big there, their medical legal advisor jammed up the entire process.
The hospital, because they don't normally work with Dr. Alabadia, is trying to put the birth certificate in the name of the surrogate. So we have to go straighten this out today. We did not have a good first meeting. I called in to the administrator's office. I sat down and she promptly asked me to leave. These are my babies. I've gone through all of this, and these people are just like, well, it's not our problem and you can adopt. But these are my genetic children, and, I shouldn't have to go through this. And I'm praying to God this driver knows where he's going.
Dr. Sharma, good. I'm outside the hospital. The patient is with me. जो genetic mother है, she's with me in the car. So she is very upset. आप उनसे जरा just talk to her and tell her that legally everything is all right. Because he's insisting कि नहीं, certificate should be given in the name of the surrogate mother and let the genetic mother adopt. This is crazy. Yeah. So you just speak to Lisa. Her name is Lisa Switzer.
The medical legal expert has been very rude to me.
I would like to talk to them by telephone in case of there is any problem like that. I have already requested Dr. Dawad here that please try to arrange a discussion with me with the doctor of the particular hospital, and I will try to convince him.
Well, I do appreciate your help because this is very stressing already. Sure.
Yeah, Sharma ji. Yeah. Yes. Okay. ठीक है sir. Thank you very much, sir.
ICMR is basically an advisory body to the government of India. There was a mushrooming of ART clinics in the country. Almost all the clinics, they are practicing surrogacy. The government of India, Ministry of Health asked that ICMR should do something. Some guidelines should be there because there's a lot of unethical practices are going on. Although our government has circulated these guidelines to all the states, guidelines are not mandatory to follow. There is no legal power in this. There's no mandatory things in this document. If somebody follows, it's fine. If somebody doesn't follow, you can't force them to do so. My job is not acting as a policeman. At this moment, this is a guideline. This is not a law.
I'm scared. I'm really scared. I want to bond with my children in a much more meaningful level, much more deeper level. But I'm scared to death at this point of the attachment. What is it going to do to me? What are these people doing to my children? What's going to happen when they decide, oh no, this isn't good enough? Or what are they going to keep my children? Or are they going to, now I got to get the State Department involved? Holy crap. Yes, ma'am. My name is Lisa Switzer. I'm an American citizen, and I have twins that were born from surrogacy. And the hospital is causing problems for me. They don't want to release my children to me. My children are in the NICU. They're saying they won't give me the birth certificates. They're saying the U.S. Embassy needs to be involved. I need to make an appointment. Yes, and they don't want to talk to the doctor. They have told the doctor that they want the U.S. Embassy to do this. I'm in a very precarious position because I have no authority. They will not even speak to me. Okay, great. And I'll call Dr. Alabadia now and ask and tell him to be on the lookout for your call.
A lot of American citizens, when they call us for help because there is a problem, they want somebody to take responsibility, they ask us to act as their lawyer, and we can't do that. We can't act as legal counsel. Really, the responsibility is shared by everyone. Lisa gave me the contacts for her clinic, and she gave me the names of the people that were involved at the hospital. So really, we just started reaching out. This is a new era for everybody, so there are different organizations and local governments that are on their way to establishing those protocols. But this is definitely a new era for everybody.
अभी मैं आई हूँ लीलावती हॉस्पिटल में मेरी भाभी को देखने आसिया खान को क्योंकि अभी उनका सर्जरी हुआ था डिलीवरी हुआ था डॉक्टर वेट कर रहे थे फिर बोले हस्बैंड को लाओ तो मैंने बोला मैंने शुरू से एंड तक मैंने हैंडल किया तो ये भी मैं हैंडल करेगा मेरे दिल में भी डर था क्योंकि आजकल कॉमन है कि जहाँ सर्जरी हो रहा है ये 2 में से एक ही हो रही है ट्विंस बच रहे हैं या मम्मी बच रहे ऐसा दिल में डर था लेकिन ऊपर वाला साथ था और लेने वाली की दुआ भी साथ में थी सपने भी नहीं सोच सकते कि ऐसे हॉस्पिटल में आएंगे हमारा कुछ होगा ये कुछ डॉक्टर की भी दुआ है ऊपर वालों की भी दुआ है दोनों का है कहते ना दुआ और दवा की दोनों ज़रूरत है इसलिए उनका सब नॉर्मल था आज से कल तक में तो छुट्टी देना चाहिए
The hospital finally agreed to let us do the DNA test. It's probably the first time in a very long time that I have felt like I have any control over anything. I need really small newborn babies. I need newborn clothes, baby clothes. Yeah, 2 girls. Okay, that's too big. Smaller. Too big, but cute. That's closer. That's too big. That's way too big. The babies are smaller than this. They're little. They're like 1.5 kilogram. How do you say preemie? I still think that's too big. That's better, yeah. That's a boy. Yeah, that's a boy. That's a boy. Let's see if we can show you. That's how small my baby is, okay? She's little.
Very tiny.
Very tiny. There we go. Do you have little pacifiers? These poor guys are going to be folding all week.
Surrogacy is something very complex. Some countries are adhering to it. Some countries prefer to wait until a proper blueprint is put into place. It is a controversial and at times a very complex situation that is unpleasant for all the parties.
Hello? Mama? Then I don't understand. Why they keep you from the baby? This morning I went over to the hospital because I thought, well, okay, they're going to let me do the buccal swabs. We're finally moving forward. All of these things are happening. And then, we take 10 steps back. When I got there, I had DNA swabs. I had them in my hand. They're already marked, one for Kelsey, one for Riley. I called the nurse over. Next thing I know, this woman is jumping down my throat, saying, you told me you were sending these to the embassies, and I know that's a lie. And I said, no, I never said I was sending this to the embassy. I said I was going back to the clinic with it, and we were sending it to a lab that was certified that the embassy would recognize as, a genetic testing center. And she says, well, I haven't seen you before. Yesterday is the first time I've ever seen you, and You know, I don't know who you are, and I run this NICU. I'm in charge of it, and what I say goes, and you are not allowed to see your children anymore. Well, Rudy says it's not right, you know, but there's nothing Rudy can do about this. This has nothing to do with Rudy. This is, you know, it's out of his control. It's out of Alabadia's control.
Well, what are you supposed to do?
Wait. Let other people fight it out for me. Let the U.S. Embassy, let the Indian government, all of this, fight it out. I love you.
I love you too, precious. You're my angel.
अभी टोटल हो गया 11 दिन, तो ऐसा तो रखना नहीं चाहिए था, अभी तो इधर ज़्यादा है। जी मैं करने वाली हूँ, मैं ही शुरू से बात करी थी और मैं फ़ोन पे भी बात करी थी, तो बोले ठीक है आप आइए हम छोड़ देंगे। तो हमने आए हैं अभी, बोले तो बोले डॉक्टर आएगा अभी बात करो। तो मैं उनसे बोलूँगी बस हो गया अभी छोड़ो उसको, क्योंकि वो भी नॉर्मल है, पेशेंट भी नॉर्मल है, अपने से उठ रहा बैठ रहा खा रहा पी रहा है, क्योंकि उसके भी घर पे जाना है ज़रूरी। ये बड़ा हॉस्पिटल है, कहते बम्बई का माना हुआ हॉस्पिटल है, करके जो चार्जेस है किसका है वो जो जानेगा। सामने वाला दे रहा है तो डॉक्टर लोगों का भी इतना है, उन लोगों को भी घाटा नहीं हो रहा है। पड़ा है तो पड़ा रहना, हमारा तो बिल आएगा ही।
I just don't need one more problem, and yet here I am facing another problem. The surrogate looked for me yesterday. Asia is afraid that she's not going to get paid any more money, or that she's only being paid one lakh, and I don't know how I got brought into the middle of her payment history, but now I'm in the middle of it. So now I've got to go be an advocate for Asia, because I certainly don't want to be a non-advocate for Asia. She's asking me to talk to the clinic and ask them why they haven't paid. Well, I understand, you know, she's kind of in a precarious position herself. She just wants to go home. She just wants to go take care of her kids, and she's either not understanding what they're going to give her, or maybe she's thinking that she isn't getting paid what she thought she was getting paid. I don't know, but she's coming to me for help.
भी मतलब कॉन्ट्रैक्ट से पहले बात हुआ था कि इसको मतलब देंगे, अगर सरोगेट होम में रहेगी तो टोटल 1.5 लाख रुपए देंगे। तो उसने बोला हम पहले से नहीं रह सकते, आज बोले ट्रांसफ़र होगा तो रहो आज से। बोले हमारे 3 बच्चे नहीं छोड़ के आएंगे, भले मैं 7 महीने से आके रहूँगी। तो 7 महीना लगा तो आई, लेकिन डिलीवरी 7 में 8 में हो गई। तो अभी 1,25,000 कुछ देने वाले थे टोटल।
उसमें से कितना दिया अभी तक? वो 50?
हाँ दिया उसको, मतलब 53,000।
बाहर निकल के जैसे मैं जन्नत में आ गई हूँ। बहुत दिन जब अंदर ले गए मुझे, थोड़ा चेकअप विकअप करे वो लोग ने, डॉक्टर लोग ने। सब होने के बाद में मशीन लगाए तो बोले बहुत ही टाइम अभी इसका ये हो गया, अगर जल्दी से नहीं करेंगे तो दोनों को खतरा है। हाँ, उसके बाद में फिर क्या हुआ पता नहीं, खाली आधा होश थी आधा बेहोश थी। उसके बाद में लाए, इतना भी मालूम था, बात बीत कर रहे थे ऑपरेशन थिएटर में। मतलब मेरे को आज 12 दिन हो गया ये हॉस्पिटल में, नहीं तो नॉर्मल में इतना दिन नहीं लगाते। 12 दिन ऐसा लगा जैसे मैं कोई जेल में की कैदी बन के रह गई हूँ। जैसे कैद हो गई हूँ, ना बाहर निकल सकती थी। 3-4 दिन तो बाहर नहीं निकल पाई मैं। बाद में थोड़ा अच्छा लगने लगा, थोड़ा शांति होने लगी। उसके बाद में फिर एक एक पेशेंट आके चले जा रहे, अकेली मैं पड़ी हूँ, कोई बात नहीं करने आ रहे। सिस्टर लोग क्या है अपने अपने कामों में सब रहते, तो वो हिसाब से मैं भी चुपचाप पड़ी रहती थी। जब से मैं अभी तक नहीं देखी बच्चे लोग को, रोना भी आता था उस टाइम कि बच्चे लोग को कैसे देखूं। उसके बाद में हम लोग बात कर रहे हंस रहे थे, अचानक आई सामने से और ओह माय गॉड करने लगे। हम बोले ये क्या हो गया, ये किसको देख के बोल रही माय गॉड, और इंग्लिश में मतलब बोलने लगी बच्चे प्यारे हैं, इतने अच्छे हैं, इतने खूबसूरत है, ऐसा मतलब बोलने लगी। तो इंग्लिश में मैं समझ नहीं पाई थी। जब भी इसने फिर सिस्टर आए तो फिर वो बताने लगी कि वो ऐसा ऐसा बोल रही है। मैं कि अच्छा वो दोनों बच्चों के पेरेंट्स हैं, तो वो सिस्टर बताई, बोले हाँ।
No, he's ours. He's ours.
You're something, aren't you?
So glad you're here.
मैं ऐसा नहीं सोची थी कि मिलूंगी नहीं मिलूंगी, तो अचानक में मिल गए। तो मैं ये सब सोची नहीं थी कि मिलेंगे वो लोग मेरे से, बात करेंगे, पर ऐसा कुछ नहीं। हाँ, मुझे मालूम ही नहीं था ना जब भी कि अंग्रेज है कि इंडियन है, ये सब नहीं। खाली इतना मेरे से बोलते थे कि बाहर के, बस। बाद में मुझे मालूम पड़ा कि अंग्रेज है।
फिर किस वक्त मालूम पड़ा?
जिस दिन आई थी मिलने तब मालूम पड़ा।
कैसा लगा आपको?
कुछ नहीं, अच्छा लगा, मगर इतना था कि इंग्लिश बोलना नहीं आता था उनको, हिंदी बोलना नहीं आता था।
Back at the executive enclave.
Our India home sweet home. That was one day.
Oh. And which one's this?
Kelsey.
उसके बाद में फिर आई, बाद में फिर वापस एक बार आई, फिर मिली, फिर मैं बोली इतना सब मैंने करी तो कुछ खुशी से और थोड़ा बढ़ा देते। 1 लाख रुपए में क्या होता है, कुछ होता नहीं है, बच्चे लोग का भी नहीं होगा, अपना भी नहीं होगा, थोड़ा कुछ अपनी खुशी से। तो वो सिस्टर को बताई मैंने हिंदी में, उसने इंग्लिश में बताई। बोले हाँ ओके मतलब मिल जाएगा। इतना तकलीफ उठाए, इतना सिजरी, इतना चीर फाड़।
I want to give her a little extra money. I think what she's done is admirable. I think what she's had to go through with the abruption and the emergency and all that stuff, and she carried twins, that she would, I don't mind, giving a little extra. I just can't give this huge amount of money. Me and my husband are having a really large discussion on that one. It's like a bonus. And she wanted a lot. And I was like, I'm not even doing that. And Dr. Alabadia suggested about half of what she wanted. And I was suggesting maybe about half of what Dr. Alabadia thought I should pay. Because quite frankly, I think people get the idea that, we just have money because we're Americans and we have dollars and we just have all this money because we can come over here and do this. And I don't think they realize that we're not wealthy. I mean, we are by many of people's standards, but we don't have an extra $2,000 to just hand out to anybody who's asking. I wish we did. It's just not that simple.
ऐसा तो उन लोग को भी खुशी हो गई है कि 2 बच्चे उसको मिले, खुशी है। मुझे भी खुशी है कि चलो इतने साल के बाद उसको मिले। मगर पहली बात तो मैं करी भी अपनी गरीबी की वजह से, तो ये कदम मैं कभी उठाती।
There's 3 parts to this. Part 1 is a contract between the parents and ourselves to provide a service. Part 2 is, and for the payment. Part 2 is an agreement between the parents, the clinic, and the surrogate, as well as the surrogate's husband. who's called conforming party. And part 3 is usually happening if there's a donor involved. The payment goes to the clinic, and the clinic then doles out the funds to the different agencies and the surrogate. This is a case where the Rotunda told me how much they're paying the surrogate. When they told me that this is how they compensate, I took it at face value.
I have no idea what the contracts were between the medical tourism company and the parents. We had a contract, a medical contract with the clients, and at that time there was no need of having any contract between us and the surrogates. The contract was between the parents and the surrogates.
The contract that we signed with Planet Hospital was broken down into how much everybody would be paid. Is that what got done? I don't know. Originally, she was supposed to be paid $7,000. I don't know that she got paid $7,000.
When we developed this document, at that time, this issue was not very popular, that foreigners will come this country, hire the surrogate mothers here, and they will have the children and they will go back. But now it has come, so in our act we have mentioned very clearly that the genetic parents should appropriately compensate the surrogate mother.
जो बिल बनी है अभी ऊपरी स्तर पर सबको मालूम है, लेकिन जो नीचे लेवल के लोगों को अभी तक नहीं मालूम है ऐसे कोई बिल भी बना है.
If there is a legislation, it should talk about respecting surrogates' rights, which is very shallow in the present form. We questioned ICMR on many things. We did a very detailed critique of the guideline.
There are several forms for consent from various people, but how does it become mandatory? How is it going to be implemented? And how are we going to hold a particular a provider or a clinic that goes against these things accountable? I mean, how is this whole thing going to play out?
We just want the babies to go home.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes, and from what I understand, the results of the DNA test should get them out of there.
Once the babies are out of that hospital, we're going to
Yes.
celebrate. I think we'll get a cake here, have a cake cutting ceremony.
That would be wonderful.
And I have planned something, so
excellent.
we have actually want to just get the American consulate involved, get the babies out, next continental flight. And
Absolutely. As soon as they can get out.
They're diplomats, and they have to do it diplomatically. I'd like them to go in, bust heads, crack skulls, take names, and be done with it, but that's not how it works.
We had to establish our own process and our own policy for this. We had to make sure that all the parties knew that we were satisfied that these children were American citizens. The problem really seemed kind of an internal process that the hospital was going through. And we really can't speak to internal processes. We were contacted by all parties involved, and we were invited to participate in trying to find a resolution to this problem.
We have been in touch with Susan Yontri of the American Council regarding the Schweitzer surrogacy issue. Susan was kind enough to help us and give us a hand to clear these hurdles.
We have all been called at the Lilavati Hospital. That's Suzanne from the US Embassy, Lisa and Brian Switzer, the surrogate, as well as myself. We are all called for a meeting at Lilavati Hospital. They said that they will be issuing the birth certificate to Lisa and Brian for their babies, and they just want the surrogate to sign in confirming that the babies do not belong to her.
I'll be on the birth certificate, Brian will be on the birth certificate, and there'll be no question from there. We are going to have our girls in our arms with nobody telling us that we can't take them anywhere.
Girls.
Very good.
Thank you. Thank you. There are little angels. Aren't they tiny? but they're both over 4 pounds now. They're really healthy. I mean, they get checked out every day. Twice a day, yeah.
I got your nose.
So, how did you get poop on your arm?
There you go, sweetie. Aren't they perfect? Couldn't have asked for better if I'd have designed them myself.
कि मैं सोची नहीं थी कि 2 रुकेगा। तो मालूम ही नहीं था। ऐसा तो 2 बच्चे पे तो कम ही लग रहा था मुझे। मैं बोली भी थी मैडम से, तो बोले ऐसा तो नहीं होगा।
Raise your right hand. You swear that all the information in these applications are true to the best of your knowledge?
I do.
Okay, do you swear that Riley and Kelsey are American citizens?
I do.
Okay, I just need you both to sign father and then mother below.
Excellent.
You have been wonderful.
You're an angel.
Suzanne.
Thank you
Thank you
very
so
much.
much.
And thank you for your help.
Yes, thank you too, both.
Anybody want to hold one? No. Put your hands close. Got your loo.
टोपी नहीं पहनाई। पहले दोनों को टोपी नहीं पहनाई हवा।
Well, I want to thank Asha. She did a wonderful job. She made 2 beautiful babies for us.
And they're so good. They're so quiet, so we know it was her fault.
Yep.
Because neither of us are quiet. So the babies are actually very good.
आसिया ये आपको बताना चाहते हैं कि बहुत ही आभारी है वो लोग आपके। ठीक है, उनको ये सब तकलीफ हुई थोड़ी बहुत बच्चे के पैदा होने के बाद, लेकिन अभी दोनों बच्चे उनके पास है, वो बहुत खुश है और तुम्हारे बहुत ही आभारी है।
खुश मैं भी बहुत हूँ कि मुझे हर चीज़ भी मिल गया है और जितना कम था उससे डबल मिल गया मेरे लिए। बस मैं भी खुश हूँ। अब जो भी है इनके खुशी से जो देना है वो देंगे। बस।
She's just saying that she's very happy. She's got more than what she expected, and she's saying, okay, whatever they would want to give, out of your happiness, you can give it to them.
And we will. We will.
वो बोल रहे वो देंगे आपको ज़रूर।
We hope that Asha has a wonderful life and that she's able to do things for her family that she always dreamed of.
Yep.
Because she gave us the family we always dreamed of.
That's right.
Oh, we have cake.
Stand up. Oh, there you go. Give me some cake. Give you a sugar rush before getting on the plane?
Thank you.
You're welcome. passing out cake. Who wants cake? Well, thank you.
Take care.
We love you.
Bye-bye.
Asya, thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Take care. You're wonderful. You are wonderful. Thank you.
Anyway.
All right.
We'll bring them back for a visit.
Take care.
Come on, people.
I had been invited here by the society to chair a roundtable as an expert on gestational surrogacy and procreative tourism.
Yeah. Thanks. See you soon. Bye. I'm here so that I don't have to travel all the way to India to see some of my, clinics, and I can meet them, just, speak to them about challenges, issues, opportunities. Based on the discussions we're having about guarantees, I had a great idea. Get pregnant or get your money back.
Okay.
What do you think of that?
Let me think about it.
India is not everybody's cup of chai, so we had to look for other destinations, such as Panama, for example, is offering surrogacy through us. Greece recently started offering surrogacy. I'd like to explore Ukraine. I'm going to be going to Lithuania in December to check that place out too.
There is a congress in March in Vienna.
Yes.
It's a global congress on procreative tourism. So there are, I think, 34 countries, doctors or hospitals, 20 to 30 medical tourism companies setting up booths there. Every hotel industry, airlines and travel agents and medical are taking part in that meeting. It's the first meeting of its kind.
It's all within. It's all within.
Do you know if there's going to be anyone there representing the surrogates?
Yeah, but usually...
We should bring a surrogate or two,
No, the thing is that, I don't know, we'll know at the meeting what happens.
They're beautiful.
Knowing what you went through over there. Yeah. Would you do it again?
In RB.
So, we're home. They're beautiful and healthy and lovely. And
they received the best care.
Yeah, they got good care. And, we got the heck out of the embassy says as soon as you can get out, get out. We did. No two ways about it. We got out. We are home. Are you making noises? I love them to death with my whole heart.
फिर हमारे वहाँ पे भी पूछते हैं ना रुका है कैसे, तो मैं अपने यही बोलती थी हस्बैंड का है, बाकी मैं अपनी बहन को दे रही हूँ, बस इतना बोलती थी मैं।
बहन तो है नहीं आपकी।
बहन तो है
पहली बार जो आपको इतना मतलब तकलीफ लेना पड़ा, क्या आपको और आइडिया है करना चाहेंगी उसके बाद में?
उसके बाद अभी सोची नहीं, इसके बाद अभी सोची नहीं
जैसे
मैंने।
कि आपको लगे कि इसके बाद मैं और किसी के घर में उजाला करूँ।
अभी मेरी हालत भी सही नहीं है, अभी 3 महीना तो आराम भी करना है। बस यही बड़ा मुश्किल से थोड़ा हो गया, सुकून से रहना चाहती हूँ, बहुत तकलीफ उठा ली मैंने। इसके नाम पे मैं फिक्स डिपॉजिट में डालना चाहती हूँ। लोग के इसके नाम पे 20,000 डालूंगी और इन लोग के नाम पे 10-10 करके डाल दूंगी। तो वही बैंक में जो है 2 पैसा बढ़ता है, आगे चल के इन्हीं के काम आ जाएगा। कि बड़े होने के बाद कम से कम शादी ब्याह में भी तो लगता है।